Hey gang, and welcome back to another fine episode of Seaside Survival. This one's a bit strange. See, usually I have a plan in mind for these episodes. Actually, I had a plan in mind. It was going to be glorious. But sometimes plans just don't feel right in the moment. This is one of those times. So let's just jump into whatever it is that this episode is, and we'll chat along the way, okay? The first thing we're going to be doing is creating a big mess. A huge mess in the Nether. If you've seen some episodes of Seaside Survival, you may know that although I like the Nether in theory, the Nether doesn't always agree with me. Too much lava, and everything is trying to kill you. Oh yeah, there's some ancient debris right here. I know you eagle-eyed viewers have been annoyed that I've been walking past that for months without picking it up. Well, now's the time. Anyway, we're in the Nether now for one thing and one thing only. Ancient debris. It's rare, but it's the main source of netherite scraps. If you craft netherite scraps with gold, you can make a netherite ingot. And that's what we're after today. We've been pretty good with keeping our diamond gear. I didn't go back and check or anything, but I've had the same set of tools and armor for months now. My armor continues to protect me when I'm wearing it, and I've done a great job of not breaking or losing stuff. It's time to make the upgrade from diamond gear to netherite gear. Okay, that's not going to be the way down. Okay, I found a better way down. In order to upgrade our full set of armor and tools, we're going to need 36 ingots. It doesn't sound like a huge deal until you see how rare netherite scrap is. I'm here at Y level 15. Apparently that's the best place to find this stuff. Ancient debris has a high blast resistance, and it's immune to explosions. So instead of mining netherrack until our eyes bleed, instead we're going to blow up the Nether and mine the ancient debris that's left behind. For that, we use beds. Beds explode in the Nether. Don't ask me why, they just do. So as I mentioned earlier, I had a plan for this episode, and this ain't it. We'll get to that in another episode. See, recently, in real life, my dog passed away. Her name was Essex, and she was a beautiful golden retriever collie mix. She came to our family in 2015 after my wife and I went through some really difficult times, and it's like she knew. It's like she was born to comfort and love people. I'm pretty sure you've heard her in the background of previous episodes, shaking her collar at me to go outside on a walk. She was gentle and loving to me, the family, our friends, and everyone she came in contact with. She would perk her ears up when she thought she heard a word that she liked. Her eyes were full of light and happiness, always. She loved her walks, and we went every single day, rain or shine. She loved us so much throughout her life, and I know that we gave her the best life a pup could have. Alright, now we're cooking. Here's some good ancient debris. This stuff kind of looks like a cinnamon roll from underneath, doesn't it? A couple weeks back, mid-afternoon, she got sick. And a couple hours later, she was gone. I had no idea it was the end. It was so sudden and unexpected. She had only just turned 8. I thought she was only just entering her golden years, not leaving them. I'd hoped we'd have a few more good years together, you know? So I didn't feel like gaming for a while. It's hard to just sit there with your grief and know that you'll always be missing a loved one, but at the moment it just hurts the worst, you know? Could be a pet, could be a person, could be the end of something or an unwanted start of something new. It's just, stuff is hard to sit with sometimes. you know? When I felt like I wanted to play Minecraft again, I wasn't really in the mood to follow a plan and come up with some sort of episode. I just wanted to distract myself and see what happened. And, this is what happened. Oh, I'm just blowing up the nether regions and looking for cinnamon rolls. No, but seriously, for this one, we're just gonna start the episode off by blowing stuff up and talking about tough stuff, I guess. I debated bringing this up at all, but I think it helps to talk about it. And I think it's okay to talk about IRL stuff sometimes here, right? Anyway, I know that death and sadness and these things are things that everyone goes through, and we were so supported by family and friends after this happened that we were truly amazed at the kind of impact that our pup made on the people around us. So hopefully someone hears this episode and can relate and feels a bit of comfort about something that they might be going through too, you know? And as a human, you can only strive to be good to those around you and make an impact, even if it's just some small little way. My pup did that for me, and hopefully I'm doing that here for someone else. I've got a build later in this episode too. I think you're really gonna like it. It's one that I'm really proud of. I think sometimes it's good to not follow a plan and just see where it takes you. I'm someone who likes to know generally what to expect. And sometimes the unexpected can bring something really, really tough that you have to deal with. Other times, even if it's just building some dumb little thing in a video game, it's nice to be unexpectedly happy with something. You know? So stay tuned for that excitement. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of this explosive montage. Okay, so yeah, what you just saw was essentially a 4-hour-long mining operation using countless beds to blow up the majority of the nether floor. How did we get here as a civilization? After I collected enough ancient debris to upgrade my whole kit, I collected some other good stuff that got left behind in the explosions. Gold is always good to have. Quartz matches the Terradome, so I'm sure there's going to be a build in the future where it would be good to have some of that on hand. Whatever this lava rock stuff is called, I'll take that too. I'm going to need some blackstone for an upcoming build, so I grabbed that as well. Heck, I even found some leftover debris. And with that, let's head back to the overworld, my dudes. I gotta get myself out of this dank, dangerous wasteland. It reeks like sulfur and burnt linens down here. Ah, much better up here. Back to Llama Land. I spent a bunch of time off camera at the XP farm enchanting my good tools. Let's smelt the ancient debris and turn it into ingots so we can do some upgrades. In addition to the main set, which will be netherite, I wanted to have an armory full of good stuff. Maybe my regular helmet is great for protection, but I need a helmet for being underwater. Maybe my regular shovel is good for efficiency, but I need a nice silk touch one too. I've got a box full of excellent gear, all enchanted, and we're gonna upgrade only the best of the best. Okay, get out of the... what? There's so many llamas here. Gosh, it's so hard to choose which gear to upgrade. All of it's awesome. But I'm gonna be putting netherite on the stuff that I would wear and use most often. Honestly, I can't believe I've been playing on this world for over 2 years and I haven't upgraded to netherite. Here we go. Time to make some professional gear. Okay, good. We're all suited up with netherite. Since we've got some good gear now, I thought we'd build an armory. A dedicated building to store and sort our armor, tools, and weapon sets. I'm placing the armory here between the mine entrance and this meteorite that fell from the sky. The armory will sit on this ledge that I've cleared out, and we'll have a nice set of stairs leading up to there. I'll let the area be snowy for the most part, but I'll use stairs and slabs where I'd like to avoid snow. Here we go. A nice base for our build. Let's get the windows in place here. It's nice to see some sky out of the window, so I'll simply use iron bars. The trapdoor frames the window nicely and adds a little bit of texture on the outside of the build. Time to do some roofing. We're going to use copper here and wait until it ages to lock the coloration of it into place. I want a nice gradient copper tone roof eventually, but it's all brand new copper for now. One of my favorite details here is the fireplace and chimney. The chimney is meant to be a bit wonky as it comes out the side of the armory, and I've used campfire smoke to give it a little bit of life when you see it from the outside. Let's finish up these walls here, and we'll move on to the interior. And with that, the exterior is finished. For the interior, I'm imagining a cozy little place with barrels full of stuff hidden in the walls and floors. I'll use armor stands around the room to showcase my gear. Now for the flooring, I'm playing around with some glazed terracotta. I've never really used this stuff, but it's such an interesting block and color palette, I'd like to experiment a bit with it. Now which one... Oh man, just the pattern opportunities are... What is this? Nick? Why is there a snow golem here? And why is he staring at the floor? What the heck? Okay, great. Now I got a shovel. Aw, these things are all over the place. Yeah, get out of here, punk. What are you looking at, llama? Get out of here, too. Dang, kids. Okay, anyway, back to the flooring. I'm going to try a few things and show you the end result. Okay, you ready to take the tour? I'm excited to show you. This is one of my favorite builds here inside the mountain range, and the armory itself will be really useful for quickly finding and equipping the right gear for whatever it is that we're doing. Let's go take a look. First, and not that we really need it for an interior tour, but let's get our netherite stuff on. And I'm excited about this gear. I'm also excited about how the inside of this mountain range is coming along. I want to build it up a lot in here, and we've got a great start going. I know, I still haven't built a house for myself here on Seaside, but who needs one when you have a whole mountain range, right? We'll get to the house eventually. Here we are, Armory, sweet Armory. Okay, so we've got our Beskar armor on. Let's go check out the rest. And here we are, fully furnished and ready for suiting up. We've got our spare wings up here on the mantle, an archery section over here, and then on this side are tools. Weapons, mining, and terraforming equipment is hidden away in the barrels underneath the armor stands. On this wall, we have our armor. With armor stands to model each barrel's contents, we find the right suit for what we're about to do. Our spare armor, the stuff that's not quite as special, is labeled with the iron armor. Upstairs, I've built in a nice lofted living space, so we get to see the copper from the inside here, as well as some other cool stuff. It's not much, but it's a place in case I need to crash. You know? Not bad for an apartment above the armory. So that's it for this episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you liked the build. I know I sure do. I think it brings a lot of extra character to this side of the mountain range, and I'm excited to have the fancy netherite armor too. Hey, be good to each other, and if you have a pet, give him an extra hug, okay? As always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to tune in next time where we'll do something a little different. Bye-bye.